Hello, everybody. It's Manic Mouth from Manic Mouth Conspiracy, and today we are going to be talking about three different conspiracies, and we're going to be talking about them from this book, Conspiracy Theories: The World's Biggest Mysteries Uncovered. And just like the title says, the three we're going to be covering in this video are crop circles, Bigfoot, and Area 51. I do a lot of alien conspiracy videos, and this is just another one of those ones that I really believe in, crop circles and Area 51. And Bigfoot is something that I've pondered about quite often. So, before we begin, I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. I hope you guys are all subbed to me. You guys are awesome. And also, always let me know if you have a conspiracy theory you want me to check into, a unsolved murder you want me to check into, or a missing persons that you would like me to check into. So, the first thing we're going to be looking at is crop circles. And crop circles have been around for such a long time. It's unreal. So let's see here. Crop circles. What makes circular patterns in wheat fields? Some people like to believe that UFOs are responsible. Others suggest that they are the work of followers of ancient religions, while some are simply made by artistic hoaxers. So, crop circles are geometric patterns, sometimes intricate and very large, over 650 feet and 200 meters across. They are best seen from the air. They happen in cornfields. That's why they're called crop circles, I believe. Just crazy shit. And so, crop circles are always just in such intricate geometric designs. It's unreal. It's a beautiful, but it's, in my opinion, it's not possible to do these crop circles as a human. And there was actually a study done. So, let's see. Formations that looked regular, even artistic, were first seen in fields of cereal crops in the 1970s. At first, they were associated with UFO landings or with unexplained otherworldly phenomena. Was it significant that so many crop circles were made in the ritual landscape of England, close to the ancient Bronze Age sites of Stonehenge and Avebury? However, similar phenomena have been reported in other countries. In Indonesia, crop circles were ruled to be pseudoscience and possibly alien. While the Australians blamed wallabies running in circles after grazing on opium-rich poppies. So that's Australia for ya. But significantly, crop circles do not appear in medieval folklore, nor in Victorian scientists' accounts of rural beliefs and old customs. In the 1980s, meteorologists speculated that freak winds could flatten crops by vortex action. UFOologists claimed crop circles were made by an alien spacecraft, possibly in an attempt to communicate, which makes sense because, again, a lot of them are in geometric designs, really intricate designs, which is really interesting, that I think. And so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a couple pictures of some crop circles, and you're going to see just how intricate these really are. So, let's see. Pause that for now. So I would love to see a crop circle in person. I think that would be fascinating. I think it would be a beautiful sight to see. So, all right, we have this up. Let me just go ahead and make this full screen for you guys. So these are some of the crop circles that people have seen. This one was in England. Like, look at how intricate. That's from National Geographic as well, guys. Look at how intricate that is. I'm sorry, but I mean, that's amazing. It's perfect. It is perfect. That is a perfectly round circle. I mean, just amazing. Just amazing. So that one was from England. Here's another one. Um, don't know where that one was from, but I mean, this is crazy. There's another one. Very intricate, very geometric. These are all things that we would, in this age, get tattooed on our body. But no, on a real note, guys, these are so crazy intricate. It's unreal. I can't believe that um, something or someone was able to make these. I mean, that's unreal. There's so many, and again, you guys can do um, your own research as well, because it's just crazy. I mean, look at this one. This one, people say this one looks like a like a jellyfish of some sort, or an alien species, which is really interesting. Um, because to me that looks like something you'd see off of Rick and Morty or something. Like, wow. Let's see. Here's one that was spotted in CNN, which is just, or I mean, wow, spotted in California, which is just absolutely bizarre. That one is extremely intricate. I cannot even, oh my God. I cannot even imagine. I mean, and that one just looks like the inside of a computer machine. Doesn't it? It looks like something so intricate and geometric that it's unreal. Um, so I truly believe in crop circles. I truly believe that they are from aliens as well, because no human can do that. No human can do that. I mean, that's unreal. And so there was a study done that I believe it was Ohio University crop circle. Let's see. So here's one. Here is a Paulding County. This is in Ohio. This is a UFO, or I mean, a crop circle that was found. If it would load. Oh, would you do me a favor and load? All right. So this was July 4th, 1996. I do not own rights to this video that I'm playing. I am showing this for educational purposes due to the study of crop circles. One second. Shit. I did it again. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Share audio. That's what I'm doing wrong. Okay, there we go.
Farmer who happens to fly airplanes. She called me. She said, You won't believe what I'm going to tell you, but we were flying over your field and we saw one of those circles that you see in the crops. When we first stepped out there and looked at it, I really was shocked. I was amazed. I thought, oh my gosh, it was so huge.
We was laying perfectly flat in this counterclockwise circular pattern. It was a large area.
And what better area
93
to
feet in diameter.
leave a crop
We were
circle
standing
in a
perfectly
field? When
straight
we think of
on the
aliens
edges of the circle.
landing on Earth,
I was just a little
where do we think of them
skeptical,
landing?
plus
We
I
think of
just
them
didn't
landing
want
in
to alarm the
fields,
children or anything,
in
but yet in the back of my mind,
isolated
I just knew how perfect
areas.
it was. I really knew that something caused it, phenomenon-wise. It was unsettling.
Unbelievable. I would love to see a crop
or
circle.
if it was man-made, but now that I really think about it, it's not man-made.
The mysterious circle of crushed wheat set the Aarons on edge. Their farm had suddenly become the focus of worldwide fascination.
It's had quite an impact on our life. It's something that we would have never imagined escalate to this point. There's been over 8,000 people stop in and look at
Wild.
the site.
Among the first to be informed.
Okay. So guys, that was just one story of crop. Like I said, you can literally look this up for yourself and you can see so many different crop circles exist in the world, all over the world, different countries, different places, different designs. So scientifically, crop circles do not appear in No, actually we already read that. I'm so sorry, guys. Human hoaxers are, however, the most obvious case of crop circles. Two chief suspects, Doug Bowler and Dave Chorley, claim they started making circles in England in 1978 and went on to create over 200. Soon crop formations were seen in other countries. Since the 1980s, there have been crop circle competitions and even TV demonstrations on how to make one. That's interesting. I think that some are hoaxes, but some are real. I believe in aliens. You may not believe in aliens, but I believe in aliens, so I think crop circles exist. So the evidence, the Nazca lines in Peru are the best seen from the air, yet were made between 100 BC and AD 800, long before aircraft. On the ground can be seen giant figures of spiders, fish, lizards, and other animals, as well as geometric shapes. Why did the Nazca people draw them with such precision and effort? Possibly they wanted to communicate with sky gods, or they may have been fertility symbols or calendars. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, on to our next conspiracy theory. Bigfoot. Bigfoot is a big one that I personally believe in, too. I mean, kind of. I think it's possible. I think it's definitely possible that this creature could exist in the woods. So, do large hairy creatures really lurk in the woods of North America? Numerous hunts for Bigfoot have failed to find the hairy wild men. Bigfoot is supposed to haunt the forests of the American and Canadian Northwest, said to be 6 to 10 feet tall, heavier than a man with huge feet, shaggy hair, and repulsive smell. Its other name is Sasquatch, from a First Nation / Native American word, Sasquatch. The Sasquatch first hit the press in Canada in the 1920s. After sensational stories were reported of miners and monsters in the woods, one miner claimed he'd been abducted by a Bigfoot, and another that he and his companions were attacked by 8 men hurling rocks. The stories were dismissed as hoaxes or practical jokes, possibly being played by student campers. More reports of sightings and footprints were made during the 1950s, along with further hoax allegations. Bigfoot paw prints found at Bluff Creek, California in 1958 were made by wooden feet, according to the family of Bigfoot hunter and hoaxer Raymond Wallace, who unfortunately died in 2002, who is known to have faked Bigfoot hair using the hair from a bison. It's sad that people have to actually do hoaxes, because then it takes away from the people who really do just want to find out the truth. They're not saying it exists or that it doesn't exist. They're saying they want to find out. That's me. And it sucks that people have to put on hoaxes and make it harder for people like me to research and figure out if this is really true or not. Of hundreds of Bigfoot sightings, the most famous was in 1967, filmed by Roger Patterson and Robert Gimlin at Eureka, California. Captured on 16mm film is what looks like a hairy female humanoid walking erect and swinging its arms before hurrying into the woods. The film aroused great excitement and violent arguments. Did the film show a genuine cryptid, or unknown animal, or was it really a hoax? Bob, a friend of Patterson's, later said Bigfoot was really him in an ape suit, but Patterson and Gimlin refused to own up. Bigfoot was also spotted further east in Illinois, where in 1973 a couple in a parked car were scared out of their wits by a roaring, hairy, slime-dripping creature that entered local folklore as the Murfreesboro Mud Monster. The foul smell they described seemed to show affinities with the Sasquatch. So we're going to go ahead and look up some Bigfoot. I think it's possible. I think it's very possible. Okay. So let's see. Let's go right here. And unfortunately, the most famous Bigfoot sighting was staged, which sucks, because that was the most famous Bigfoot sighting. So this is brought to us from outsideonline.com. And this is the 10 most convincing Bigfoot sightings. So, as you can see already, we have a picture of Bigfoot, which looks like Bigfoot. So, for decades, people around the world have been fascinated with the legend of Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Yeti, or whatever you choose to call it. But I really did think that Bigfoot and Yeti were separate. They even have separate places in this book that I'm reading from as well. So let's see. Yeah, and see, I believe this one was the footage that was the most famous that was debunked. This is the photo right here that was debunked. So if you see that on the internet, that is not a real picture of Bigfoot. It was debunked. So let's go on to the real ones. Here's one that hasn't been debunked yet. Now, this is very hard to tell because it's so far away. It's also kind of blurry. We can't see, but we all know that it was probably zoomed in on the camera, on the picture, on the phone, whatever. So that one, it could or could not be a picture of a Bigfoot or an unknown creature. It could also just be a picture of somebody walking down, another part of the hill or forest. I don't know I don't really know about that one. But this was taken by a youth group that was camping in the Marble Mountain Wilderness when Jim Mills noticed a strange-looking creature skulking along a ridge nearby. He filmed it for nearly 7 minutes, making the somewhat grainy footage the longest video of an alleged Bigfoot sighting. Okay, so it is a video. It is a video. So we're gonna try and find that one real quick. Because I think maybe this one would be easier to tell or decide if we had it from the video. And that was by Jim Mills. Okay. So we're not going to watch the entire video, obviously, because that is a long video. It is 7 minutes. I have found the original video. So let's go ahead and watch this video. So this is the Marble Mountain Bigfoot sighting. And I'm curious to see if it's going to look real or not.
Up there on the center thing,
So they're in the mountains.
Just found a little bit of snow, some piled.
So there's
but
the
if we
youth group.
As we wander up into the trees a little bit, we notice that there's a pile of a brush here. And as we look inside, we find out that something.
Brad's getting eaten alive.
Brad, let me climb out for a minute. Let me get a look into this thing.
Oh.
Let me walk around it a little bit. First of all, some kind of creature has taken and piled tons and tons of
See, no,
leaves
I've
and
seen
branches.
those in forests before,
To either
in woods
camouflage.
areas as well. But that could just be someone made
Or
that.
make a place.
It doesn't
to
necessarily
hide.
have to be a Bigfoot.
We
I
notice
think that a
claw
human
marks
could have
as
made
we look
that.
at the trees and stuff. Then we come around,
So,
we spin in here, and we see
That
how
one is a little.
whatever it is has been all smoothed out.
That is definitely interesting, though.
So I'm gonna be sleeping with my revolver next to my pillow this time.
Oh,
All right.
word.
Bigfoot's walking down right now.
So
Uh-huh.
now here's where
See,
they
he's
start to
standing taller.
see what they claim to be
Why'd you get back?
as
We can't.
Bigfoot.
We see something moving on the hill above.
Let's see. I think I know where they're talking about. No, actually, I don't. Oh, okay. They're zooming in now.
No,
Okay.
It's kind of looking at us,
I don't see it.
moving now.
Okay. Now I see the moving.
It's to the right of him. It's walking that way.
What tree?
Trees. Okay. See that king's castle?
He's got
Look down that
kind of
hill.
See, that's very hard to tell even still with the video.
On the right side of the tree.
Yeah, that's really hard to tell because I mean the creature looks very tall, but it could be a
On the ridge.
person.
Right on the ridge.
I noticed
Almost to the
the black on his back that almost looks like it's curved. Could be a backpack of some sort. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know that I even would consider that Bigfoot. It could be, but honestly, this one's not making it believable to me. I don't know if that's Bigfoot. I think it could just be a person
Trees.
who's also in that forest.
Right at the very ridge.
But you never know.
Yeah.
So that was the Marble, the Marble Mountain Wilderness sighting. So let's go ahead and look at some more sightings, and we can see. So now we have. This is a photo that a British explorer, Eric Earl Shipton, snapped while trekking through the Himalayas in 1951, alleging that the footprint belonged to a Yeti. In 2014, Christie's auction house in London capitalized on the worldwide interest in Bigfoot and sold the original photo for nearly $5,000. So they claimed that this was a picture of the Yeti's footprint. So that's interesting. Very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. I don't know how I feel about that either, but that's weird. I don't know how you would recreate that unless you bought really big shoes or you made something big. But that's interesting. And in the snow, that's very interesting as well. So here's another one. This is called the Independence Day film. This remarkably clear video shows an alleged adult Bigfoot walking through the woods with a cub in tow. The filmmaker and exact location are unknown, and many skeptics claim that there is a telling visible seam of a gorilla suit. To be honest with you, just looking at this picture, it looks like somebody in a gorilla suit. So I'm not even going to look up this video because to me, I don't already believe it just off the photo. So yeah, I'm not sure about that one. What do you guys think? Here's another one. This is from October 2012. A group of siblings hiking in Provo Canyon thought they spotted a bear in the woods and started filming. When the creature stood up on two legs, the hikers ran, abruptly ending the shaky video. A year later, the siblings launched a Kickstarter campaign to investigate other Utah Bigfoot sightings. So let's try and find that one because I would like to see that video because that looks like it could be. It also could be a bear because bears can also stand up on 2 feet. But let's go ahead and try and find this. So the Provo Canyon. Bigfoot. Okay. Wow, there's actually quite a bit of there's quite a bit. So let's see. This one is from I don't know if this is the exact one. Let's see. Huh. Sorry it's taking so long, guys. There we go.
Look how big it is. I don't think it is a human. I think it's a Sasquatch.
It was a bluebird January morning here in the foothills of Northeast Provo when a group of guys saw a figure on the mountain that looked like something they've never seen before.
You can't just see something that's maybe a once in a century discovery and go do your 9-to-5 job.
Utah seems to be a hot spot.
Footprints or some kind of evidence.
And the camera was rolling as Austin took to the mountain with a buddy on a search for the elusive Bigfoot.
So I'm seeing something that is not deer tracks anymore. We're trying to determine what it is.
Their findings were inconclusive.
Was it a
interesting?
Bear? Maybe. That's plausible. Was it a person? Also plausible. Was it something else? I think that's also plausible. Who knows?
On the other hand, I spoke to a curator from the Natural History Museum of Utah.
That's interesting.
Not only is that
Here is Bigfoot spotted in Virginia.
A Virginia man claims he spotted Bigfoot and he has the video to prove it.
Finally, somebody. We're going to let you be the judge.
Take a look. This is the YouTube video.
Oh.
Real closely there.
Yeah, that's
It was
Bigfoot.
supposedly shot near the Did you say that's Bigfoot?
Now that's
Have you seen it
interesting.
before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I watch those Bigfoot shows.
All right. And this was shot apparently near the Intracoastal Waterway earlier this month. Randy O'Neill says he captured the images with his cell phone. while
That
he was
is
camping with
very
his dad. He says he saw
interesting.
red eyes watching them from the woods. So he claims he fired a shotgun, heard something scream and go crashing through the trees. O'Neill says he and his father experienced a similar encounter some 25 years ago.
Okay. So, oh, this one looks like a damn monkey. In 2007, hunter Rick Jacobs captured some of the most famous Bigfoot images to date with a camera mounted to a tree in Pennsylvania's Allegheny National Forest. His camera also captured clear photos of bear cubs, offering evidence that the unidentified animal was not Ursine. But skeptics believe the animal is just a bear sick with mange. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. It could be a bear that's sick with mange, but also, I mean, to me, that don't look like no bear. You know, I mean, I've seen the bear with mange, and yes, it looks similar. But I don't know. There's a big part of me that wants to believe that Bigfoot exists. So, locals in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, were baffled by a footprint measuring 17.75 inches found near a residential home in 1980. According to the Associated Press, the footprint coincided with reports of strange noises and a strong but unusual odor in the area. That's creepy. So that was found in Johnstown, Pennsylvania in 1980. That's pretty wild. That's a Bigfoot. That's a Bigfoot foot right there. Oh, that one looks like crazy. Some doctor. In 1994, former U.S. Forest Patrolman Paul Freeman claimed he saw a family of Bigfoots in Washington's Blue Mountains. The video is shaky and grainy, but has been deemed the real deal by so-styled Bigfoot experts. That's interesting. Let's watch it. See what we think. Oh, video unavailable. How about that? Okay, we're not going to watch it. Back to the pictures. Okay. So then we have this one. That one looks like a bear to me. Mississippi resident Josh Highcliffe captured video of this potential Bigfoot while hunting on his property in 2013. Afraid to go back to the woods, he posted the footage to YouTube, asking for help to identify the animal or for a prankster to come forward. See, it's so hard to tell. A hiker was walking through the Utah hills near Provo Canyon in 2012 when he spotted a large animal in the woods. As he approached, the animal stood up on two legs and started throwing rocks at him. Supposedly a trademark behavior of Sasquatches, which is interesting because you know what I think? I think that Bigfoot has something in common with cavemen. What if these Bigfoots are really just cavemen who, for whatever reason, have lived this long? Or what if it's something completely different? We don't even know that this is Bigfoot. How do we know that it's a Bigfoot? You know what I mean? It could be an alien. It could be, it could be a bear. It could be anything. I think we need to really look into what could be lurking in the forest. And I think it could explain some things with people that go missing in the woods. Okay? So you've got Bigfoot in the woods, and you're like going for a hike. You're going for a hike, and all of a sudden, you don't come out of the woods. Now, there's a big thing called the Missing 411. Look into it. I encourage you all to look into it. Where these people go missing from the woods and from the state parks, so it's crazy because if there is some creature like a Bigfoot lurking out in the woods, is it really possible? It's really crazy to think that that's what's causing these people to go missing. Especially if Bigfoot really does throw rocks at people. What if, there's so many questions, and it's so interesting to me to see all these things come to light and to see all these different theories with Bigfoot. I'm going to see all these pictures. I don't know what to think about this. I think that Bigfoot definitely could exist. I think there's definitely things in our forests and in our woods that we still don't know about. I don't know if you've ever been into a forest where you have felt like somebody was watching you, or you have felt like something's been stalking you. Something's been following you around. Something's been watching you. I have felt like that in forests, and I go deep in forests. I'm that kind of person that I like to go off trails. I like to explore everything. And I have felt that way. So who knows? Maybe that feeling wasn't just a feeling after all. It's interesting to think about it, isn't it? Very interesting. All right, so that was Bigfoot. Like I said, I haven't really researched too much into Bigfoot just because I kind of just automatically believe that something like that could exist in our forests. If you think about it, 95 of the ocean of the water on this earth hasn't been explored. We don't know all of what lies in the water, which is unreal to me. Who knows? All right. Oof. So, our last theory for today on this video. Area 51. None other than Area 51. So, let me go ahead and find what page that this is on. 52. All right. So before we can get into Area 51, we need to get into aliens. And what are aliens and do they exist? If you don't believe aliens exist, then you probably don't think there's anything sketchy about Area 51. Because most people that think there's something sketchy about Area 51 are those people that believe in aliens and UFOs and all this other stuff. So, I think aliens have been here the entire time. I think they have always walked the earth. I think they continue to walk the earth. I think they will continue to walk the earth. And I think that's interesting. So, a few outbuildings in the dusty Nevada desert may conceal an amazing truth that alien visitors not only came to Earth, but are still here, which I believe. Or maybe they were not aliens at all, but creatures from the future, which is another theory that I could possibly believe in. Area 51 has been a magnet for conspiracy theories ever since the flying saucer sensations of the 1940s and 50s. Even today, visiting TV crews driving along the dirt road from nearby Rachel can find themselves suddenly confronted by armed guards who make it clear that no visitors are allowed. No trespassing, no photos permitted. In 1947, the Roswell incident started a long-running conspiracy theory. Lieutenant Walter Haut, base PR man at the time, put out a release explaining that the crashed spacecraft was just a weather balloon. I don't believe that. I don't believe that Roswell was a weather balloon. I think that Roswell was an alien spacecraft. But when Haut died in 2006, he left an affidavit confirming what UFOologists had long claimed, that the balloon was a cover story and that aliens had landed, been studied at Area 51, and were even still at Area 51. In 1987, Robert Lazar claimed that alien spacecraft were being studied and copied by reverse engineering at an Area 51 facility known as S4. His claims were ridiculed along with his credibility, but that simply added more fuel to the conspiracy fire. So Bob Lazar, everybody who knows about aliens knows about Bob Lazar. He is a famous whistleblower that is saying aliens exist, that is saying we have experimented on aliens, that we still experiment on aliens. And I believe that, because I believe that aliens have the potential to pretty much do whatever they want. And I believe they have the technology to be a lot more advanced than us. So I believe that they're studying aliens. I believe that the Roswell UFO, I believe that that was true. I believe that it was truly a UFO. And I believe that that there's more to just Area 51 than aliens. So, according to microbiologist Dan Burish, an alien creature similar to these pictured, which you cannot see because it's in the book, it's just the gray-looking alien, is housed in an underground laboratory at S4, Area 51. It is called J-Rod, and it came from a distant star system. Is Area 51 just a collection of huts or a time portal? Area 51 scientist Dan Burish claimed to have seen an alien called J-Rod, who is telepathic, comes from 50,000 years in the future, needs medical attention, and is here to recover genetic material to repair biological damage to our descendants. A mind-blowing idea, if you ask me. Area 51, close to Groom Lake and Papos Lake, looks deserted, but many visitors are confronted by signs that warn them to keep out. Attempts to find extraterrestrials include the Kepler spacecraft searching for Earth-like planets, the Allen Array in California listening for signals from deep space, and robot explorers such as the Curiosity rover on Mars. A letter from the U.S. Air Force denies that Area 51 even exists, but confirms that things go on in the desert that cannot be disclosed because they are declassified. And we clearly know that Area 51 exists. We know that it is a true building. We know that it's there. Okay, just in September of 2019, we had all of America storm Area 51. So we know that Area 51 actually exists. and with the UFO, with the Pentagon, with the government saying, "Yep, aliens exist." There you go. Aliens exist. Area 51 exists. UFOs exist. So yeah, Area 51 is definitely home to a lot of conspiracy. So what do you guys think? Do you guys believe any of these three that we talked about? Let me know down below which ones you guys believe, which ones you didn't. If you have any other conspiracy theory videos you want me to do, unsolved murder videos you want me to do, or unsolved mystery videos you want me to do, / look into, I would love to do so. So let me know down in the comments. Let me know if you've seen Bigfoot or if you have any alien sightings you'd like to talk about. I'm looking forward to getting to know people on a conspiracy level. So if you have any stories that you'd like to do a video on, let me know down below. Or, yeah. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. That's it for me and Conspiracy Theory Monday.